The Battle of the Somme, a delightful little picnic of military strategy, began on July 1, 1916, and ended on November 18th of the same year. It stands as a testament to human ingenuity in the field of how not to fight a war. Staged along the picturesque banks of the River Somme in France, this battle had all the makings of a classic tragedy. The British Empire and the French Third Republic, probably thinking they were in for an easy win, squared off against the German Empire. Little did they know, they were walking into one of the deadliest battles in human history, with over 3 million men engaged and a staggering 1 million either wounded or killed. Originally, this was meant to be a French show with the British as their trusty sidekicks. However, the French, preoccupied with the Battle of Verdun, handed the starring role to the British. The British troops, a mix of pre-war regulars, territorial forces, and enthusiastic wartime volunteers, were probably not expecting to headline one of history's bloodiest battles. On the first day, the British, with their trademark optimism, suffered a record 57,470 casualties, including 19,240 fatalities. This was their worst day in military history, a record nobody was particularly keen on achieving. The Germans, on the other hand, experienced a serious defeat opposite the French. But as the days wore on, the battle became a testament to the futility of trench warfare, with both sides digging in, literally and metaphorically. The brain behind this brilliant operation was British General Sir Douglas Haig, who thought it wise to bombard the German lines with over 1 million shells for a week, starting June 24th. This barrage, intended to destroy German defenses and morale, unfortunately turned out to be about as effective as throwing pebbles at a brick wall. Many shells failed to detonate, German defenses largely remained intact, and the German soldiers, probably quite irritated at this point, were ready and waiting for the British and French troops. As the British and French soldiers went over the top of their trenches, they were met with a hailstorm of German machine gun and artillery fire. The terrain, primarily composed of chalk, was perfect for trench warfare. The Germans had set up a rather cozy network of fortified trenches, making the Allied advance as easy as walking through a brick wall. The British and French, burdened with around 60 pounds of gear each, were about as agile as snails and just as vulnerable. After 141 days of what can only be described as a slog, the British and French managed to advance a grand total of 7 miles. The Somme became a symbol of the loss and futility of war, particularly in British memory. Yet, in a twist of irony, it was also a strategic necessity, fought to meet the needs of an international alliance. British commanders, ever the learners, took away some hard but important lessons from the Somme, which they eventually applied to achieve victory in 1918. In the end, the Somme was like that one guest at a party who overstays their welcome. It dragged on longer than anyone wanted, left a mess behind, and taught everyone a lesson or two about what not to do next time. A true classic in the annals of military history.